Yeah.
Welcome to
Real Fiction and Post, so that's fucking movie reviews. I just woke up, and that's Joe Soderbergh.
Here we are.
Yeah, I'm done, Vega. And we're wearing our New York gear, because this was a movie that took place in a very New York setting.
Yeah, every New York actor from the 90s was in this film.
Yeah, every time
you looked up.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? This guy? That
Yeah.
lady?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Really, like, New York-centric film set on Avenue A, which that also wasn't Avenue A, by the way. Just want to be.
No, it sure wasn't, because I'm looking at it. I'm like, is it?
Like-
Because it says from a long time ago, but I don't think it was.
It was the corner of 13th and A, for sure, but then the street settings, it really didn't look like the Lower East Side or Alphabet City at all.
You know what? Let me go back to the scene. I have it here anyway. While we're talking, I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
But yeah, we watched 1999's Flawless, starring Robert De Niro and Philip Seymour Hoffman, a pairing that I never knew happened until Joe brought it up.
Yeah, it happened.
Joe being a Philip Seymour Hoffman super fan, of course.
Robert De Niro super fan, of course.
And a Robert De Niro super fan, yeah.
And Skip Sudith and Mark Margolis. All the people in this movie I like.
Yeah. Well, Mark Margolis had a very small role, but good. It still had its,
Yeah.
It's funny. It was good.
Daphne Rubin Vega
was there. The other Puerto Rican was there.
Homie who played the hotel manager.
Yeah, that guy.
He's great. He's been in a bunch of shit. I think I first saw him on television back in the day. It was like in the 18.
A lot of these guys were definitely TV actors that were on the screen.
Yeah.
TV and stage.
Skip Sudith was on Third Watch. Remember the show Third Watch when you were a kid?
Was that about cops?
Cops and ambulance.
Yeah,
folks.
No, I don't watch cop shows, bro.
Yeah, you do.
Nope. Only Law and Order.
Watch the news. It's a cop show. You listen to the weather. No controls the weather. Cops. It's gonna rain on you folks today.
Anyway, this is concluding our. Unless we squeeze another one in. We could
probably squeeze another one in. We probably should squeeze another one in. Yeah.
Maybe something that's not white. Maybe let's just try that, huh? Yeah.
Birth of a Nation.
Jesus fucking Christ. Pride. Not white pride.
Oh, see.
Yeah.
I thought you wanted... Oh, okay. Because we could do Triumph of the Will by Leni Riefenstahl.
I don't know what that is, and I don't like it already.
Yeah, it's Hitler's propaganda film from 1941, shot by a Jew.
Isn't it all?
Isn't it all shot by a Jew?
It's all controlled by the Jews. Even the Jew hate is controlled by the Jews.
It's true. It's true.
Starting to see a pattern here.
Yeah, the light. Yeah, that's funny.
Wait a minute.
I'm finally connecting the dots. Everybody's
you saw that meme I sent you on Instagram with the fucking Nazi wrestler? I've never seen that in my life. That was so bizarre. I immediately followed that page. I was like, whoa, this guy's got some beat down.
You gotta send me 2 less a day, Don. You send me like 33 memes a day.
I'm not doing that. No,
it's insane. Wow. No. Just a lot of memes, man. They can't get through them all.
Yeah, well, your problem. You're not doing nothing at work. You just admitted as much.
I didn't say that at all. Work, don't listen to this. I didn't say
all right, so now I've gotten to the scene where he's was trying to get into the cab, Robert De Niro, in Flawless.
Did he step in the one part of snow that was there?
Only part of snow? Like, what the fuck? You had a stroke. You're not blind. What are you doing, man? What a jerk. He never really got it together, this whole walking thing. He never really figured that out.
The walking wasn't great, but like the speaking stuff, I liked it very much. The only time I didn't believe him was when Homegirl kissed him towards the end, and his stroke magically just went away. There's no more stroke.
That's one part where the stroke went away, and then the other part where the stroke went away, and I was like, come on.
Bob De Niro might not have liked the script. He might not have liked the idea of this film. He might not have liked the director. He might not have even liked working with Philip Seymour Hoffman. But there are two women of color that he could fondle in this movie. And Bob De Niro is not going to. If I know Bob De Niro, Bob ain't passing that up.
Yeah.
Just what it is for Bob.
And those were nice, heavily tanned Puerto Rican women. Those weren't they weren't J-Lo types.
Yeah, it's like they were under the heat lamp.
Yeah.
You know?
They were bronzing Puerto Rican women. He was like, close enough.
Yeah.
And I'm into it.
You almost think, and I'm not talking about these two ladies in any sort of like negative way. Daphne Rubin-Vega, and I just can't remember Homegirl.
It said I just saw the credits too because I just finished it. Rubin.
No, Daphne Rubin-Vega.
The other one is Rubin-Vega. I forget the other one. Some Spanish.
Very good.
Yeah.
Something Spanish, everybody. There they are. There they are. Wanda de Jesus.
There you go. Very Spanish, huh?
Very Spanish, yeah. Pretty Spanish.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to believe that Jennifer Lopez was asked, right?
No, absolutely not.
Why?
No. She has no business being on the screen with Robert De Niro, and everybody knows that. I don't think she was ever asked to be anywhere near this movie. Even if they got brought up in a fucking 2-minute conversation with Robert De Niro, I will guarantee you Robert De Niro and Philip Seymour Hoffman said, yeah, you do that, I'm walking.
Sounds like somebody's a Ben Affleck fan. but
no,
beside the point.
Go ahead. Second point.
Well, the second point is Philip Seymour Hoffman wasn't established enough yet to make any sort of anything. Any sort of ruling on anybody. This was pretty early on.
Terrible fall. What a terrible snowfall. He went.
Yeah. And then why did he ignore the guy that was asking him, is this your card? That was so weird to me.
He does his own stunts. Give him that. And the place, and I'm looking at the card, he was trying to get to Mildred Unterman. She's residing at 910 West 58th Street. That was the voice lesson coach he was trying to get to. And then
Mildred Unterman.
Yeah, and then he said, well, fuck this. And he never left his house again.
That's really why this movie happened, because he fell down. Think about that. This movie would just be a gay hater the rest of his life.
Yeah.
But he stepped in snow. I agree. I really don't like walking in the snow.
He said, I'd rather sing with a queer than get on the train uptown.
Well, you got to think, 1999, he's taking the L to West 58. He's taking the L to the R. That's not easy.
Yeah. You get off the Lex 59th, right?
No, you get off at 57th and 7th.
Right. 57th, correct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I wouldn't want to do that either. Then I got to come back later to 13th and A in 1999. I don't want to do that.
That sounds like a bad idea. A cripple in 1999 on 13th and A is bad news altogether. So let's see what time of the day is it here? It looks like
it's morning.
I'm really deep diving on this one fucking scene. I've seen this scene of him busting his ass about 5 times so far. Yeah. It's morning. I want to say he left his house like 5 o'clock in the morning. So try to be there for 7. Get a 2-hour vocal lesson. Yeah.
How the fuck? He was getting in the cab.
Oh yeah, he was taking the cab. You're right.
Yeah. How the fuck is he going to leave 5 to 7? No. That's not what happened.
It's still a little dark out, so he was getting up early.
Or maybe it was nighttime.
I don't think maybe.
Well, he's got a gun.
He does have a gun. Yeah.
When you have a gun, you'll go out.
I don't know. This could be Avenue A and 13th. The
building corner does look like that building on 13th and A. That is a restaurant now.
It has that one post right in the middle of it.
It's a restaurant now.
Yeah. Interesting.
But I'm saying maybe that one street is, but it looks like the rest of them. I didn't see Tompkins Square Park at all. Did you?
No, but they didn't do like a super duper deep dive into the. I
I
feel
will.
like a lot of this was shot in like because they had some scenes where they were running behind alleyways, and there's no alleyways in in that side.
There's no alleyways. What are you, Peter Stuyvesant? How the fuck do you know there's no alleyways?
Some of this looks like it could have been uptown, like Harlem, or
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
definitely could have been that.
Anyway, Flawless is a movie directed by. Is it written by also?
Yeah,
Written and directed by Joel Schumacher.
which I forgot. Which,
Yeah.
in all fairness, I forget. You remember when you forgot about the broad slitting her throat at the end of the movie?
Yeah, but the
slitting
movie
her
was
throat.
still fucking excellent.
Yeah.
It's just had a
The
much sadder ending than I remember.
The throat slitting. I forgot that Joel Schumacher directed this, which is almost the same thing. It really is. Joel Schumacher,
who made your favorite Batman and Robin movie.
and did he also make Wild Wild West?
I feel like that's correct. And I didn't hate that as much as everybody else did, but I was a kid. I found it to be enjoyable.
You were a dumb kid.
Very well.
Barry Sonnenfeld.
Oh, okay. So Joel Schumacher did which Batman? Batman and Robin, right?
Hold on. He died. He did Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
There you go. Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
But he also did make Falling Down with Michael Douglas, and that's very good.
I didn't see it.
Oh, really?
Nope. So this movie is about a retired security guard. He's kind of a curmudgeon, what do you call that?
Misanthrope,
held up in his house guy. Well, he does go out to dance tango. That's kind of one of his hobbies.
And fuck a whore.
I mean, he doesn't think she's a whore.
Well, he's also been taken advantage of by everybody in his life, yeah? This guy stole 400, his buddy who he saved, after shooting guys, his buddy who he saved stole $400,000 from him and then skipped town. Like,
pretty rough.
I will say that the little parts of this movie make me believe that somebody stole money from Joel Schumacher and a woman ran away from Joel Schumacher for a guy who tattooed her. Because it's almost so unbelievable. It's almost so unbelievable that somebody wrote, the guy you saved, and the arc is that you're a hero. The guy you saved ran away with your money after you gave him access to your bank codes.
Yeah, even Philip Seymour Hoffman was like, really?
Yeah.
Really, dummy?
And you could see, Joel Schumacher is such a bad director. You could see moments where Philip Seymour Hoffman goes off script and De Niro is clearly laughing.
Yeah.
De Niro is clearly, this is a blooper, right?
Like, who's going to say cut? Who?
There are some things Philip Seymour Hoffman says that are so funny.
Yeah.
And
there was a lot of improv in this shit. It was pretty good.
Let's talk about.
Retired security guard, curmudgeon, Lower East Side, little motel, shitty place or whatever, which is actually kind of. Another sidebar. You ever watch these movies with these old furnished homes, I guess, but they're not really furnished homes. These are very lived-in apartments, but it's actually a hotel. They pay weekly, some of these things. You ever look at it and be like, holy shit, that place is way better. I mean, yes, there's certain parts that are very clearly downtrodden and fucked up about this apartment, but...
like the shootings.
Yeah, I mean that. You call it bullet holes, I call it ventilation. I call it central air. But you ever look at it and be like, holy shit, what a dope ass fucking apartment.
I've got a porthole in my apartment.
Hello.
Yeah. I'm looking out onto 12th and B.
Yeah, I never have to leave my apartment. I just tell them to tie the Lucy to the end of the string here, and I just pull it on through.
Okay, so these apartments, what? Go ahead.
They're
The
pretty
furnace
big.
department.
They're always kind of dope.
Yeah,
These
for
old New
a
York.
dick hole rat shit place.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. You really, it's very nice.
With
One
my
thing,
modern day interior decoration, I was like, I can spruce that place up.
one thing I also have to bring up is that Joel Schumacher does not know the difference between a cigar and a Black and Milds, because
Hilarious.
there
Wrote
is
that down.
no way, there is no way a human is going to smoke a whole Black and Milds at once. There's no
Hilarious.
way. You can't. You'll die. You'll get cancer right there and just drop dead on the
I
floor.
used to smoke Black and Milds.
No, but you didn't do it like that. There's no way you did. You did not just smoke it until it was done. You smoked half of it, you drank, and then you fucking took the other half later when you were sufficiently fucked up to not remember that you're smoking Black and Milds.
Yeah, probably.
Right. Nobody smokes it like it's a fucking Cohiba from 1972.
Anyway, a curmudgeon retired security guard is, he
Not even a cop.
not even a cop, which is what I thought it was when I looked at the picture. And I was like, wait a minute, this guy got his security badge on. Okay, this is a movie about a bigoted mall cop. Great. Oh, that's not weird at all.
Paul Blart, racist asshole.
This is a fucking 1999 Paul Blart. So now, he tries to help out with a domestic dispute upstairs. There's a whole other scene that happened.
A lot of domestic violence.
Yeah, a lot of domestic violence. He tried to help out. He had a stroke on his way up there. Didn't help. I mean, at all, I guess. And then
he probably would have helped.
Sure, if
he shot guys. He shot at the end. I'm saying he shot.
Oh
guys.
Yeah.
He probably would have helped, and then he helped. Yeah, he shot other guys. Yeah. So this guy can shoot guys. We've established that he's killed 4 people.
He's done the murders. He knows how to do a murder.
And it's almost like a weird, dorky taxi driver in a way. It's like a weird, dorky taxi driver. And then I don't know if you noticed this. There is one moment, middle end.
It is. Oh no, man, it's such a terrible fucking idea. This is a fucking dorky bullshit taxi driver.
Yeah. Middle end. Yeah, it's a bullshit taxi driver with like Some Like It Hot and the 7-Year Itch mixed into it. It's like Joel Schumacher watched too many movies and said, "I'm gonna write a movie,"
Oh God!
But
so he has a stroke, and then he tries to get speech therapy from the drag queen that lives across the building from him. That he yells.
He gets there quick. He gets to that apartment mighty quick.
He likes to yell "faggot" outside of his window. The faggot bomb was dropped 5 minutes into the movie. And it was yelled at the top of Robert De Niro's lungs. It wasn't like he said it to himself, fucking faggot.
Well, it's also
he said, "Hey,
the movie over my shoulder here. Joel Schumacher had seen Raging Bull, because that is almost a shot-for-shot way that De Niro would look out the window in Raging Bull and say, "Call Larry an animal. Who's an animal? You son of a bitch. I'll get over that dog. I'll eat him for lunch tomorrow." The way De Niro, it's the same fucking shot, man. Did Robert De Niro just go, "You know what we did 19 years ago? You know what we did there, Joel? We made a movie." And it's sad, because as a kid, I really liked this movie. I was like 12 when I first saw it.
There's parts about this that are perfectly fine.
The performances, I really like.
Jacob Flatter,
No. It's not unintelligible. Like, I can see what you're trying to do.
It's not the pest,
Yeah. And also, I wasn't like offended by any of the way this movie was made, like in the sense of The Pest or Jacob's Ladder. Like, I wasn't offended by you. It was showy, but it felt showy on purpose, and that's okay when you're doing it purposely, but you're doing it in a world, like it sort of fit that Philip Seymour Hoffman, Rusty, his friends are this world, and it felt didn't feel like super forced. The super forced stuff was like the straight guy stuff. That felt super forced.
Yeah.
Like
It
you
was
knew how to do the gay stuff really well.
Did it seem almost as though Robert De Niro might have been intimidated by Philip Seymour Hoffman, you think?
I don't think so. I don't.
I
I
don't know.
mean,
I don't it seems like he didn't really know how to balance that out.
I'll say this, okay? I think they were both great in a movie that's not great, and also they're two different. Their styles of acting are very different.
Yeah. Well,
Very. Oh, yes, it is.
in
Yes,
this
it is.
movie, yes, but
No,
in
no,
yeah,
no. Very different.
De Niro still comes from the old school of I'm the same guy playing the same role in every but slight little tweaks here. He's not as much as Denzel is Denzel in every movie, but De Niro is pretty much De Niro in most movies.
I just think that Philip Seymour Hoffman approached this, and this is again maybe this is a knock on De Niro because he's never done theater, or if he did, it was like very early in his career, school stuff, acting conservatory stuff. But Philip Seymour Hoffman approaches this very big and very full of choices and full of nuance. And De Niro, I don't know if he approached it the same way. Maybe he just can't approach it any other way. But De Niro has De Niro made a movie in 1992, which was a remake of a 1950s a British film called Night in the City, and he was really different in Night in the City. Really, really different. He plays a shady boxing promoter, but he goes out a little further, and there's just not too many movies. Maybe Cape Fear, as well, that he goes a little further. He goes further, and even though Raging Bull and Taxi Driver are extensions of him as other people, he goes far in those films, but not. But
Now,
Hoffman,
not to pass off the pass the buck or anything like that, but different directors, that's for sure.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and that
You're
I
only
don't
as
think
good as the work you're given. I always say that. You're only as good as the work you're given.
I don't think Philip received any or very little direction or required any direction for this film. To be quite honest with you, he played this like a stage play. He was very interactive with his surroundings.
Yeah.
Right. Meanwhile, De Niro was kind of just like as his he's playing his ailment up, kind of just stuck playing the straight man, standing straight and not really doing much. He literally has an impeded speech because of the stroke. He has an impeded body function, so he has impeded body language on top of that.
Well, De Niro already did this too in 1990 with Robin Williams. He made Awakenings. Penny Marshall directed that, where he was in a chair. Well, not in a chair, but he played mentally challenged. And he can do it. I mean, his performance in Awakenings is amazing. It's an amazing movie.
Yeah, this is mentally challenged. It's just a stroke.
No, I understand. I understand.
But
it's mentally challenged in a different way.
But is it like this might be nitpicky.
It will be.
Isn't the stroke supposed to be on your left side?
I don't think. No, it's either side. That's a heart
attack. Either side?
Heart attack's the left side. What you're feeling right now, that's a heart attack.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
this burrito bowl is tingling.
Is there peppers in here? My fingers are numb.
I taste my own tongue.
Who put pennies in the beans?
No, I see what you're saying, and it does come down to director. Oh, for sure, it comes down to director.
Yeah. All right, so real quick, just give a really as brief as you can, because there's not a lot going on plot wise.
No, I mean,
so we get a quick scene in the beginning. Some kid stole some money from some drug dealers, which, to be honest with you, those goons were very funny. I kind of wish they would have did a little bit more of those guys.
So, homie,
why was that black dude's voice so high? He was hilarious. Him chasing down that dude that stole the money was very funny. That white dude, why did he choose that accent? That's not his actual speaking voice. That was a very weird choice. He was playing like he was a New Zealander.
Chris Bauer. Well, no, he's playing Russian.
I didn't know where to put that accent, dude.
Yeah,
At some
it's
point, he
Russian.
sounded like a Dominican. Another point, he sounded like he was from New Zealand. I
Bro,
could not
and
figure it
and
out.
Chris Bauer has been in everything. The
Yeah, for
Wire,
a long time.
The Deuce, Third Watch. They're all from Third Watch, these guys.
Yeah.
He's Animal Factory. Yeah, he's been in fucking everything. He's a
And
great
everything.
actor.
So
He's a
they
and
chased down some young kid into.
I really think, before you go on, I really think Joel Schumacher said to this to Chris Bauer, "You saw John Malkovich in Rounders, right?
Do that.
You remember that?" Go ahead.
So they chased the kid into the building with that where well, they chase him around the neighborhood. The kid ducks into the
It looks
building
like
with
they just
Robert De
chased him
Niro,
around in a circle.
pretty much. And Philip Seymour Hoffman, the guy meets up with some young girl who Robert De Niro called a hooker on his way out the door.
Kills her. Dead.
Yeah, they run up there. Eventually, she gets killed somehow. I forget. I kind of dozed off at that point. But now the drug dealers are looking for their money. So that's where like all the violence throughout the movie is concerned. They beat up the hotel owners. They shake down his mom. They do all types of shit to look for this money, which didn't look like a lot of money, to be quite honest with you. To be
It
doing all this
looked
shaking down.
honestly looked like about $10,000.
It looked like a stack of ones.
Yeah,
Quite honest with you,
looked like $10,000.
I don't even think it was $10,000, bro.
And it wasn't even that elaborate. The scheme. They left and he took it.
Immediately, he didn't try to wait. I don't even think they got 2 feet away from the door that they locked behind them. He fucking threw the gate on. It was no finesse. He did it in broad daylight.
Yeah.
He didn't wait for nighttime or nothing.
He's playing handball over there.
There was playing handball in the background while this guy's climbing the fucking roof. It was a weird plan, man.
Yeah.
But the Lower East Side is a weird place.
That was Tompkins.
Okay.
We saw Tompkins. That was Tompkins. Okay.
So, yeah, then there's domestic violence. They Robert De Niro tries to save the day. He has a stroke. Then
could I don't know that I've seen 10 strokes on film, but boy, is not De Niro having the stroke, but the camera work. It was like a Hype Williams music video.
The lighting was weird.
It was and like I was like, is he having a stroke or having a tummy ache? Because I can't. What is this violent camera?
Yeah, there was some weird camera work throughout.
It looked like put like a foggy lens over it or something.
Fucking Fish Island is fucking
weird.
Yeah.
So De Niro has a stroke, and then he's gonna take. He's being helped by LaShawn, who skips out of. Just can't remember his name. What a running gag that was 7 times in a row. Just fucking say the N-word and get it over with. You want to, Joel Schumacher. I got it.
God damn, it was fucking rough.
It's weird.
Man. It's weird. It really was them trying to do
it was like a minstrel like a weird minstrel show everybody was doing.
Weird, man. It was weird.
Like,
anyway.
It was like every turn of the click of the dial of racism based jokes we're making here.
Yeah.
I knew the gay jokes were coming. That's fine. I know that's coming. But the subplot is I never heard the name LaShawn before. That's the whole plot for like 15 minutes.
It's like how, dude? You live on 13th and A.
You've heard LaShawn.
You've heard LaShawn, man. Cut it out. This 13th and A has not been an Italian neighborhood in decades.
You know who I didn't hear ever in a name? Mr. Z. Nobody ever called somebody Mr. Z. And they keep calling this. He's Spanish, right? He's supposed to be Spanish?
I don't know what the fuck that. He was like a bootleg.
Danny Trejo.
But not Danny Trejo. He wasn't the first one that came up to mind. Bootleg Zorro. What's the Zorro guy?
Antonio Banderas?
He reminded me of a bootleg Antonio Banderas from Desperados.
No, at all.
Yeah, with the long hair. Yeah.
That's so just the hair.
It was the mix of Danny Trejo and
Yeah, right. Mine's
So
better.
then
Just admit mine's better. You
it's
know
not.
it is. It is.
Yours was on the nose, is what it is.
Right. It's better.
No, because he
So,
wasn't even doing Mexican. He was trying to do like fanciful, whatever the fuck he is. I'm assuming also Puerto Rican.
and his main line towards the end when he's beating up Philip Seymour Hoffman is "Death is cheaper, bitch." What an awful line that is.
Everybody freeze.
Yeah, it's bad too.
That's all the Schwarzenegger's line.
I know. But what's worse? Everybody, or didn't he say like, "Stay cool" in the movie? Or something like that?
I gotta be honest with you, bro. I did not hate it. I loved how campy it was. I thought it was fun.
Huh.
Batman Forever, I did not care for the one with Val
Jim
Kilmer. I didn't.
Jim
Val
Carrey.
Kilmer's. I mean, Jim Carrey was great, but Val Kilmer.
Well, Tommy Lee Jones.
I tried rewatching it. It was really bad. It was really bad. Jim Carrey tried to do something, but Arnold Schwarzenegger, I thought he was great. I thought it was campy as fuck. Cool.
Yeah. So then Philip Seymour Hoffman gets entangled with homegirls. The money, the girl who got killed, the money.
Yeah.
Then there's a weird like drag queen contest subplot that's not even really established, and you don't even see the contest. You just assume that the Puerto Rican drag queen won, and we all go, "Yay, she won!" And then we're at where the money is in the girdle, and Philip Seymour Hoffman's been giving De Niro singing lessons, and it's just the scale pretty much do re mi fa sol la ti do
over and over and over again. And
if
the
you
banana fana bobana.
Yeah, and if you want to drive people crazy, if your intention was to drive me crazy, yes, Schumacher, you did it.
He never improved until he went on a tirade
cursing at him.
Hoffman, cursing at him and calling him all types of more faggots. Then all of a sudden his speech became miraculously. He was able to just spit out all the putrid nonsense that he wanted.
I am this guy.
It didn't make any sense. And then he went right back into, oh no, the stroke is back.
Yeah, then he goes. What? Then at the very end of the movie, he goes to not confront, but say thank you to the other woman who's not a whore, but who is a whore. I don't know.
Oh my god! So these are like, these. So is this like a club where
it's called Private Dancer?
Very fancy escorts go to meet men.
But he was poor.
Apparently not. He's over here paying people's rent in the beginning of the movie. He was like,
with $48.
Listen, it's 1999, man. It's a different time. It's Lower East Side. You see how he was living. How much rent you think he's actually paying? That kid that had the motorcycle in that one scene paid $300 for the week or some shit like that. It might have been less than that. He owed like 3 weeks, and he gave the guy $300.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
and then $50 a week to park his bike. And who the hell was that kid? He disappeared.
Nobody's really anybody.
Was that the neighbor that plays the guitar? Was that who that was? Who the fuck was that guy?
I thought he was a different guy.
I have no clue. It was just a fucking scene. It was just a random fucking scene. It never went anywhere, I don't think. I never saw Motorcycle Kid anymore again.
And then
never even seen a motorcycle.
And that motorcycle, it changed because the first one, when he hits the taillight, is like an expensive motorcycle. And then it's like an Easy Rider 1969 rusty Harley.
Did show the motorcycle. Oh, I fell asleep then. Well, his jacket did not match a Harley.
No. His jacket was like a Ducati jacket.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. He was
then homegirl who's with him is like, "You're a drug dealer," and she leaves. And it's like, where do you think this money was coming from? This guy, he sits there. So then, where was I? De Niro and Hoffman singing lessons.
Yep.
De Niro progressively gets better. Progressively becomes less hateful.
I
Even though
mean,
he's still hateful, and Hoffman is hateful. Hoffman's mom dies halfway through the movie. And that
there you go. Yeah, I'm sorry about your mother. Okay, good night. Sorry about your mom. Bye.
yeah, there was a lot of like, is De Niro in a rush to get somewhere after this? Does he need to go?
He doesn't know what to do with queer tears. Gotta go. Can't handle this.
And this
Gotta
was
go.
at a time he had just made 99. No, no, because Casino was 95. What were they? Did he do Rocky and Bullwinkle the same year? I think that was 2000.
I like that movie.
I'm
I
sure
think.
you're the type. And and
Pretty sure I liked it.
yeah, it wouldn't be until, because I still think that these are two fine performances. I think these two guys are they're just not right to be in a movie together. They just aren't. Their styles. Hoffman's energy is so kinetic and so infectious, and De Niro, while he's playing a piece of shit character, is good at doing that, and he can do it. It just felt a little off. There was a little off there, but I mean, even De Niro's a little off is better than everybody's full on.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
He wouldn't make another movie that was good until 2014. He made a movie with
Meet the Parents.
no. It's the same year. This same year, 99, same year.
Meet the Parents 99.
Yeah, he would make a movie with Edward Norton and Mila Jovovich called Stone, where he was a prison warden, and this woman starts an affair with him so she could get her boyfriend out. And the boyfriend's Edward Norton. Edward Norton plays a weird, psychotic Southern character, and it was so good. A super
Robert De
underrated movie.
Niro also did Analyze This in
Oh,
1999.
it was the year of deer.
Analyze This.
Analyze This has its moments. It's okay.
Yeah. I haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't really remember.
It's two guys who can see, like, they can act together, because Billy Crystal probably waits for De Niro to. Philip Seymour Hoffman ain't waiting for fucking anybody.
Nah.
He's just
all right.
Go.
He had Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle was 2000.
Yeah.
99 was just Analyze This and Flawless.
That's a good year.
The year before Analyze This, 98, was Great Expectations.
I didn't see that.
And Ronin.
Ronin is very bad, but grew on me. David Mamet wrote it. And
I remember that.
Yeah, David Mamet wrote it. Skip Sudduth also in it. I can't remember who directed it. Don't tell me. It's not. Who directed Ronin? Because it wasn't Mamet. Mamet didn't direct it.
Nope.
And it wasn't Sonnenfeld and wasn't Schumacher. Was it Ridley Scott? No. It's one of those guys. It's one of Jerry Bruckheimer. No. It's one Roland Emmerich. No. It's one of those motherfuckers, though. It's for sure one of those guys.
Give up?
Yeah. No. John Schlesinger. No, it's the other one. It's not John Schlesinger. It's going to annoy me because I just had the John Frankenheimer?
Yeah.
All right. I got there.
Cool.
I hate you.
Men of Honor was 2000.
Oh, so bad. Did you ever see Men of Honor with him and Cuba Gooding Jr.? Oh, Don. We could do that for one of our worst.
By a true story, apparently.
That's great. Some true stories don't need to be on film.
And Meet the Parents, 2000.
Meet the Parents was 2000? Mm-hmm. He had 2 back-to-back monster years.
Yeah, man. Anyway.
Hoffman's great. All Philip Seymour Hoffman did was be great. I never watched a movie where I was like, I really don't like Philip Seymour Hoffman in this. Doesn't exist. You can try to find one. Doesn't exist. Maybe he was really annoying in Punch Drunk Love, but I mean, and I don't like Punch Drunk Love as a movie, but he was great. He was great in Boogie Nights. He was great in Scent of a Woman, even though we talked about that. It's not a great movie.
How many stars do you think Flawless got in Rotten Tomatoes?
3.
No.
More?
Well,
It's
stars was the wrong word to use. Because it's not by
tomatoes.
stars, right? It's
Tomato percentage.
yeah, some shit like that. But before I clicked on it, it had a star thing next to it.
Well, that's
So
if it's IMDb, it got 6.4, right?
IMDb is 6.4 with 3 stars. Rotten Tomatoes has it at 2 stars with 40% rating. There's only 57 votes on that though. So
yeah, I wouldn't say 40%. It's higher than
this
40% just because of the
there's definitely a
performances.
trash can here with 54% audience score and the 40% tomato meter.
No one is going to sit here and deny that this is not a good movie. It's not a good movie, but the performances are good. You will find gems in this movie.
There's some shit in here.
And you know, the action scenes aren't they're plagued with humor. There's humor to these action
There's a
scenes.
lot of humor and levity in this film, and then they definitely inputted it in places where it wasn't necessary.
Yeah, I do think the stiletto killing the guy was very funny. I like that a lot. I thought it was funny. I mean, you know, drag queen's got a stiletto. That's funny. That works. The wheelchair, that was funny. You didn't find the wheelchair funny?
I mean, it was a thing.
I mean, these are also stolen from whatever happened to Baby Jane. The wheelchair is. The stiletto, I've seen that in film before, and I don't know where. I can't remember where.
Someplace stupid, because stilettos are not goddamn swords where they could just pierce a skull, man.
And that one was.
That's not how stilettos work.
No, that one was sharp.
It's fucking went right through his noggin.
Okay, and then at the end, the bad guys try to beat the shit out of Philip Seymour Hoffman for the money. De Niro sort of saves the day, gets shot at first. Then Hoffman stabs Mr. Z with a fucking nail file. And what a shot by De Niro. Right under his throat, brains everywhere. Boom, pow.
Also, this money that Philip Seymour Hoffman was holding, and he intended on giving his friend Amber a proper funeral.
Right.
And also he was going to get gender affirmation surgery. Sex change. He was going to get a sex change, which De Niro chastised him for. And that was their whole thing. Yeah. He said, "Why would you want to be an ugly woman?" I was like, that's pretty funny.
The parts that made me laugh were when Philip Seymour Hoffman, and it happened like 3 or 4 times in the movie, described himself as fat. It was very funny. Like, I wonder, because, he struggled with that. He did not like being a fat man. And he lost a lot of weight for a while and then became fat again. I wonder how much of Philip Seymour Hoffman he put into this movie. Because there's a lot of moments where you're like, he's thinking about something.
You know what I find when I watch some of these films that have heterosexual male leads portraying
I think Phil was
drag queens.
I think Phil was bi.
Oh, no kidding. I didn't know that.
I think Phil.
When you have these actors portraying these scenes, I think wherein is a straight actor who's playing a straight male role is just acting and they're portraying a different character, or they're portraying male leads and strong male leads where you're supposed to be a little bit more reserved or what have you and not as emotional. When these men have these opportunities to play what they feel is a more feminine role, I think they tap into their vulnerability a little bit more, and they actually do expose more of themselves it's like almost an opportunity for them to expose more of their inner workings and inner thoughts
For
to
sure.
really tap into something there.
For sure. And I mean, also that's
You
just
know,
the type of actor this guy was. He
yeah, but I feel like even but we didn't see it, but even the one that I was telling you about with Ving Rhames, Holiday something or the other, that where he played a cross dresser or a drag queen or what have you.
mm-hmm.
He did some real. I mean, the movie's not great, but he did some real fucking deep diving into some emotions in that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's really interesting how time and time again, no matter how shitty the movie might be, when that type of role comes up, whoever's playing that whoever's doing the acting in that really kind of does some shit. It's really never like too hokey. Like even look at John Leguizamo every time he does it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When he did it with Tu Wong Fu, I think Wesley Snipes and John did, and Patrick Swayze did okay. He did whatever he did in that movie. He didn't do terrible, but he didn't do as much of a emotional deep dive, I think, as Snipes and Leguizamo did. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a certain amount of comfortability in that was super interesting.
Well, again, I didn't watch Tu Wong Fu. I watched Priscilla and
Even the older gentleman from Priscilla,
Terrence Stamp.
look how like interesting he made that. Where Guy Pearce was not doing a caricature; he was doing like an eccentric person.
I also think that geography plays a big role here. And New York drag queens, New Jersey drag queens,
they're louder.
Yeah. Are this thing. And I'm sure Phil was around a lot of drag queens with theater and just musicals and stuff like that. And most of the people in this film are, in fact, drag queens.
Mm-hmm.
I looked up the black cat and the Puerto Rican cat. They were drag queens for a little while.
Yeah.
So I don't think Joel Schumacher went out of pocket, but I just think there could have been more
of that world.
Yeah.
I mean, but to be quite honest with you, there wasn't much of any of their worlds, really.
World.
This was very central in that building, this whole movie.
Well, then this is that again goes back to direction where Joel Schumacher knew how to make a fucking movie.
I think that goes back to budget, where they didn't have a budget.
Joel Schumacher, bro.
I don't think they cared for the movie. They was like, look, this is what you got. This is what you're getting.
No.
Take the building.
No.
Here you go.
Watch this. Flawless.
Most of this is going to Robert De Niro's pocket any old fucking way. Most of the budget went to De Niro's pocket.
Okay. You got it. Okay. What do you think this budget was? Because you really think about this. Just think about this.
1999, this was a $12 million budget.
Think about this.
$12 million.
Think about this.
20 tops.
Think about it. Where did they go? What did they spend it on?
Nowhere. Where? What did they spend it on? Right. Not special effects.
Right.
Not the drag queens. We didn't go there.
$15 million.
There you go. See?
But $15 million in 1999 is not $15 million now. $15 million then, it's got to be like $40 million, right?
It went to Bobby. That's it. It went to Bobby.
And I'm sure Joel. Joel ain't working on that cheap.
You know? Come on. This movie had a bunch of nothing going on.
Yeah, it had a bunch of... That is what this review is going to be called. Yeah. So, but 3.4 out of 5.
Jesus Christ. Really?
3.4, yeah. And 3.0 is for the performances. The other 0.4 is because it's set in New York. The movie would get like a 1.2. The movie. But it rounds itself out to a 3.4. And I will not recommend this. I will recommend this for the performances.
Yeah, I would
recommend the 2 performances I would recommend this for. But, you know, our friend Dave reached out and said, excellent movie. And I had to tell him, not as excellent as you remember.
Which Dave?
Dave. And not as excellent as you remember, I said.
F?
It's going to give it away to him. You could have just stopped.
Oh, I didn't know you were talking about. All
Dave,
right. I don't know any Daves. I was confused. All
you
right.
you are confused.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Dave. Yeah.
so
Not good.
I'm gonna go ahead and match the Rotten Tomatoes vote here and go somewhere around the 2.8 area.
See, yeah, okay.
You know,
See, it's fair.
and I think that's being
I don't think it's being
that's
generous. I think 3.4 is being generous. I was generous.
well, that's being absurd. 3.4 is being fucking absurd.
No,
That's a decent movie out of 5. That's a movie like, yeah,
yes, that's fair.
check it out. Why not?
All right, I'll go 3. I'll go 3 because 3 is not good.
I'd eat at a 3 out of 5 restaurant without hesitation. I'm like, all right,
Look.
maybe the weight in the dick.
Let's not front. You've eaten at a 2 out of 5 restaurant.
No, absolutely not. You know I have bougie taste. You see where I eat, man. Get out of here.
I see you drinking a fucking Juaritos, eating a burrito bowl from
I
a
ordered.
can.
I didn't go to this establishment. I don't know what the letter says on their window.
So, a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
I don't eat Chinese food. I don't care about your fucking bullshit.
I
I don't
don't.
care about your Okay, you do. You've eaten Chinese food, okay?
Every time I do, I feel so terrible.
Let me tell you something. You've eaten Chinese food as a kid in New York?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guess what? You've eaten at a 2-star restaurant. You've eaten at a 1-star restaurant. You might have eaten at a restaurant that has been condemned, and they snuck in to make you your order. But what I will tell you is this: Chinese food is delicious, and I'll eat it. I'll eat at any establishment.
I miss Chinese food some days, man. I
miss
really do.
pizza. This diet, I miss pizza. That's the one thing I really miss.
This thing right here, this burrito bowl, I think it's going to be the last time I'm going to have rice. I'm going to try to cut out rice for at least 3 days in a row a week. I won't touch rice because I do it too much. I do it entirely too much.
It's funny. It's funny that you're going to cut out rice 3 days in a row, but then you're going to have rice 4 days in a row.
Here's the thing. No, I won't. I understand how you think that's how that math works, but it's not.
I eat rice.
I
on Monday.
I eat West Indian food 5 days out of the week for the most part. It's always rice and peas and jerk chicken, rice and peas and brown stew chicken, rice and peas and fried fish, fried whiting fish.
I'm sure your breast milk tastes delicious.
So it's like cutting that out for 3 days is gonna make an impact, I think. You know, and it's too much carbs. It's too much. That's what I thought about this movie. That's my rating for this movie.
The reassurance you had to give yourself of something that's so factually incorrect is astounding. I'll recast this. I'll recast this right now.
Boy.
I'm going to make Tommy Lee Jones the old man.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm going to bring back Jim Carrey to work with him. And I want to see that work out this time.
That's fucking scary shit.
As Two-Face and the Riddler.
I don't got nothing for this, man. I didn't. It's a doable movie even now.
Yeah,
it really is. I think you could literally do the same movie frame by frame, and you would have to do the straight man a little bit older so that his bigotry makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I went to Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah. You know, because what is Robert at this time in 1999? How old is he? In his 50s?
He's 81 now, so 25 years ago he's 56.
Right. So it was fine for back then. 99 was still, I mean, it still is bigotry now. Granted, obviously homophobia, but like 99, it was like, yeah.
You also have to make him a guy that was believable where he shot somebody. Like before, so Tommy Lee Jones, I could believe shot somebody.
Right.
Well, you can make it Clint Eastwood too.
Oh God.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm not. You can make.
He would have shot that guy at the door.
Yeah. It wouldn't even work.
He would have just shot through the door. He wouldn't even got up from his seat. Yeah, I don't got nothing, man. I'm trying in my head to try to figure out if there's a way to do this in a not white manner. I don't know enough, and I don't want to go stereotypical, cliche, on the nose Billy Porter for Philip Seymour Hoffman, because I don't even think that's like the same caliber.
No.
Which is difficult. I think that's what makes it difficult. I could pick any old fucking asshole for Robert De Niro's role, really. But the counterpoint, you know what? Let's put it Denzel. He could be an old crotchety black man, old crotchety New York dude, right? We could set it in Harlem instead of Lower East Side, and let's do his counterpoint being. I want them to be queer, or at least from the community.
Yeah, okay. So you're gonna say Gerard Carmichael now? I can read you like a book, bro.
John Bernthal.
Yeah. It's the Birth of a Nation flawless remake.
John Bernthal. No, if he was alive, I would have did Michael K. Williams. I think that would have been interesting. He wasn't a
there's plenty
queer person apparently, but I kind of think he was.
Plenty of dead guys I could use.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, this wasn't great.
I don't know.
This wasn't great. I apologize. I remember it being better. Shame.
Well,
I remember it being better.
Anyway, so what I would recommend for the viewers and listeners out there is
you can only view it.
You can hear it,
but you have to view it.
But you could hear it. You could be blind and just listen to it.
How'd you get there?
Because I could hear you, Dick. What do you mean?
But the only way to listen to us is to view us.
Yeah, but you don't have to view us to listen to us.
No, you do. We're on YouTube only.
Yeah, but there's blind people use YouTube also.
You do? Where do they type
YouTube? Look up two dickheads for me, please. Two dickheads in old movies. Tell me what comes up.
You typed in CX8417. No, I wanted the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, God.
I like that movie.
I would recommend that you guys rewatch for our Pride Month. Rewatch Watermelon Women, our review of Watermelon Women. That was a really dope review. And
Yankee fan, you could rewatch last night's game. Happy Pride Month to all Yankee fans.
Such a conflicting insult.
It is. I know.
It's not.
It's not an insult. It's not good. It's not good for us, but it gets the job done where I need it to. And that's all that matters to me. You know, I apologize to the community. But here's what. I hate the Yankees. I'll never be an ally of the Yankees. Uh-huh. I'm an ally of the queer community, the transgender community. I'm an ally. I'm with you. I'm always with you. But, are there transgendered Yankee fans?
Probably.
Okay, there's a small minority of the minority that I'm not with.
I hope you're never comfortable in your own skin. No, not your gender. Your team affiliation. Your jersey. I hope you're never comfortable in your jersey. I hope you itch forever.
I'm going to pull a wool on your jersey. Yeah, no. We could do another one.
We could probably squeeze in another one. Probably.
I mean, even if we do it the first week of July, what are they going to say to us? Oh, you like gigs in July now? What are they going to say to us?
Wait a minute, that's enough. You guys are going too far. Your cutoff is the 30th. Damn it, you knock it off now. All right, what's the
in honor of Pride weekend, I just want to make this announcement now. In honor of Pride weekend on Sunday, I will be going to Aqueduct to lose all my money. So thank you.
Here's a couple things I forgot to bring up about this beautiful, beautiful movie. His last name is Kuntz. Do you think he plays a believable Jew?
I think Kuntz is German.
So you think he plays a believable German?
Yes.
Okay.
From my experience as a Jew, I think he plays a very believable German.
I also typed in "busty rusty isn't very busty." Kind of a misnomer. I get the.
I guess that was the joke
Yeah, it's a
that
stage
you
name.
didn't get.
I didn't like it. I didn't care for it.
Okay.
And I also wrote down when he called the chick in the tango class. He said, come on, you're a whore." She goes, "I'm not a whore. You're not? Okay."
That was great. That was
like,
so De Niro. That was the most De
Christ.
Niro part of this whole movie.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Oh my God.
And that's a great insult.
I was so confused as to what type of film I'm watching at this point.
Well, because the first 9 minutes of the film, he's just like a debonair asshole. And then all of a sudden, he's a
He
stroke
calls
victim.
somebody a hooker out walking out his building. He calls somebody. He yells "faggot" out his window. Then he calls somebody else a hooker when he walked out his building. Then he goes to a tango class.
Well,
calls somebody
the whole point
whore to their face. Calls her a whore to her face. And says, "I'm not a whore." Okay.
The whole point of this movie is that he's not comfortable in his skin, and Philip Seymour Hoffman's more comfortable in his skin, and it's not.
I'm sorry. When did that message come across that he wasn't comfortable in his own skin?
De Niro?
I didn't get that at all.
When he doesn't look at himself for being a hero because he's been ripped off so many times. He calls everyone a whore, and he's having sex with a prostitute, and he's a whore. You know, like he's a liar to himself. Yeah,
Yes.
well, yeah, no, that's really what it was. You know,
I suppose. That's one way to look at it.
The intended point is the way to look at it.
Okay.
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 What do we think we got to do something not white next, please, for the love of God.
You just go somewhere and film it, and I'll review that as a gay movie.
This is getting better.
Well, that's for you. It's just for you. I don't know. What we had others? Didn't we have others? We had thoughts.
We did. I don't know. Well, let's look. Here we go. Here we're gonna do. Let's see. Black and brown queer movies. 21 black queer films to watch. Okay. Moonlight is too new, obviously. Holiday Heart, that's the one that I was telling you was directed by Robert Townsend. But that one was made in year 2000. That's not going to work.
Well, why not? It's 2024.
We said 25 years of back.
That's correct. I was just testing you on your math.
Man. It's just math, bro. It's not hard.
I just wanted to know if you knew what I knew.
There's The Color Purple, which is...
It's good. I've seen it.
From what I've been told, they really watered down the queerness of that relationship in the movie. So I don't know why that's really on the list. Looking for Langston, experimental film explores black and white gay identities set in Harlem Renaissance, inspired by the life work of poet Langston Hughes. Julian infuses poetry from Hughes, Bruce Nugent, and Essex Hemphill with multiple...
You can't even use the excuse that you're hungry.
With multiple genres of music to convey the expression and suppression of gay desire during that era.
Well, let's see where this
is a 1989
I know.
movie.
I'm going to look on Just Watch and see if it's anywhere. This doesn't sound like it's going to be anywhere. I watch it.
Paris is Burning. It's an icon. Oh yeah, that documentary, Paris is Burning. I always do want to watch that. It's about the underground ballroom scene of New York in the late 80s. The Black and Latinx LGBTQI plus community's creativity and fashion sense. The Sundance winning film also serves as a reminder of how ballroom helped people build community and family, provided solace and shelter for most vulnerable.
Looking for Langston is not available anywhere.
It's not even on the...
It's not on a fucking thing, bro.
Tongues Untied, 1989 by Marlon Riggs, directed by Emmy winner director Marlon T. Riggs. Tongues Untied blends genres, part experimental, part documentary, To shadow the nation's brutalizing silence in matters of sexual and racial difference, she does this by brilliantly fusing music, dance, powerful poetry from beloved writers Essex Hemphill and Joseph Beam. That doesn't tell me what this
Tongues
is at all.
Untied. Let's see. Let us take a look. I bet it's not going to be available. Just have
I
a
do want to
feeling.
see Paris is Burning. But it's a doc.
Tongues.
We haven't done any docs yet, have we?
Tongues Untied is it's on Canopy for free.
What the fuck is Canopy?
It's the New York Public Library's film app.
Fucking nerd.
It's got this movie on it.
You're a nerd, man.
Or am I guy that likes film? It's 55 minutes long. I say let's do it.
Fucking guys looking for an easy out over here. Oh, here goes a little. What was the name of that again?
Tongues Untied.
They have a there's a trailer, I guess. Oh, is that the whole movie? You can watch it on YouTube. Apparently,
There you go. That's what we're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, next week we'll be watching Tongues Untied.
Maybe, I don't know. I'll see what it looks like. I'll see what it looks like. It could be good. It could be bad. You know. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll look for some shit. We'll let you know.
Yeah, I got nothing else to say.
Yeah, we're gonna repost Watermelon Women. We'll throw that up there just to remind you guys. So we'll put the link back up.
Yeah,
so we can get that some buzz again. That was a really good review with our good friend Felly.
And we'll probably be doing Tongues Untied because Don in the middle of the week will just say, all right, we'll do Tongues Untied. I know how this works. We've been doing this now for 7 months, and I'm aware of how this works.
You don't know me, bro.
I know. I've guessed literally everything today, and then told you the plot of a movie that you didn't catch. So, we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Oh, that is we'll fix it in post. Old ass movie reviews. He's smoking a Black and Mild. Sky went and got his own Black and Mild.
I mean, he really smoked it like a fucking Pall Mall. It was the most unbelievable thing I ever saw in my entire life.
He was aggressively smoking that Black and Mild.
Yeah, it's one of the craziest things I've ever seen on film, and I've seen a lot of things on film.
Oh God. Anyway, yeah.
Bye.
Well, sometime next week.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
It's over.